Hey, Bernardo here. So I shared part of this in a video, and it was regarding a book that I just read recently, Michael Pollan. I actually listened to it, the audiobook. I'm buying the physical book too. It's called The Power of Psychedelics, How to Change Your Mind. It was fascinating because this book was actually recommended to me by my son, and who, is great, very knowledgeable, and he always recommends to me something that I need to read at the right time. I just got back from my trip to Peru. I shared another video. I did an Ayahuasca ceremony, which was mind-blowing, massive, ridiculous spiritual awakening. I can't even tell you, and I won't tell you now. But the bottom line is that I listened to the book after the fact that I had the ceremony, the Ayahuasca ceremony, which was great because it didn't really influence me or didn't really kind of bring it together. It actually brought it together afterwards. Once I've actually finished once I finished the ceremony, I listened to the book, and it's fascinating. It's a fascinating read. It obviously talks about the power of psychedelics and how psychedelics in the 60s, but how it was used to really massively elevate consciousness, and how in the 60s and the 70s, a lot of the people that developed software or were in charge of the top companies, organizations running the country were on that, were testing and trying LSD, and how it elevated their consciousness. Now, I'm not endorsing any underground LSD consumption here, okay? I'm simply telling you that I've read a fascinating book that really opened my mind and really was very aligned to what happened to me, to my experience, to my ayahuasca experience, where it really was a spiritual awakening for me. And if anything, what it did give me, it gave me a massive push, drive to be even more focused on what I'm really focusing on now. I was focusing on this before. I was focusing on love, writing about love, discussing love. And it isn't only about relationships. It was about elevating consciousness. But if anything, what the experience gave me was a massive way of really elevating my consciousness and become aware of who I am, and what I'm not. And I also understand that I'm simply stardust like you are. We're all part of this planet, and we will be going back into the soil, and then we'll come out hopefully reincarnated or living another life as an animal in the future. God knows, whatever it is that your beliefs are. I have my own, and again, I won't share that here now. But what I will say to you is that I believe that what did happen, and from the research that's happened with this book, is that there was hundreds and thousands of people that really elevated their consciousness, and that's what I feel is missing. So I'm on this quest myself to see how we could all elevate our consciousness, and how could we really appreciate and understand the important things in life, and how could we talk about them, and when should we talk about them. That's why the Love event came to reality, as I said, even before I did this. So the Love event is happening in February 2022. It's happening in Miami. It's live streamed and on television. And we're going to be discussing in detail and in length with panels and with experts from all over the world, what is love, and how could we become more. How could we become kinder? How could we care more? How can we elevate our consciousness? And I'm hoping to have a discussion around this subject in particular. And also, how could we then become conscious of the important things in life? So if you believe in the same kind of things, if you believe that love is the forgotten subject within the personal development world, and I'm not talking about love, divorce, overcoming a relationship. No, it's much deeper than that. If you feel that love is the missing subject in the personal development world, if you feel that we should do more, well, hey, this is why this event, which is going to become a yearly event, is going to potentially reach hopefully hundreds of thousands, millions of people, but we can only do it with your help. So please get involved. You've got the information below. You can simply, and it's not simply, it will really help me, fill in the survey, and then we can take it from there. And if you wanted to get involved, and if you feel that I could help you, well, listen, I'll have a conversation with me. I'd love to know more. Thank you so much. Take care, and may the best be with you.